We established Black Wall Street districts around the globe in the spirit of the original Black Wall Street district of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street districts can be recognized as an urban area that is a thriving center of business, industry, and culture, and is a commercial strip that has 50 to 70% or more businesses owned by African Americans.
Support the Black Wall Street USA movement for the next 300 years. We established Black Wall Street districts around the globe in the spirit of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. This movement is about God, our ancestors, and future generations. Your supporting membership will further show you are willing to perform the same ground paving efforts for generations we will never meet. Visit blackwallstreet.org/join and keep the movement moving.
We greet you in the name of the Most High God, Black Wall Street family. We come to you yet again for the Black Wall Street, South Carolina weekly call, and we thank God for your attendance, for those we recognize and those we don't. We're pleased to have the Vice State Director, Brother Quentin Littlejohn of Gaffney, South Carolina, on, and we're going to open in prayer, and then we'll turn it over to him, and he can share with the Black Wall Street family what his vision is on a whole lot of things. So we bless the name of the Lord tonight for all that he's done. Eternal God, our Father, we bless your name. We glorify you. We magnify you. We bless your name. We thank you, Father. Our hearts are filled with thanksgiving and joy. We thank you for all that you have provided us in protection. Now, Lord, let this call be pleasing to you and that it glorifies you. In Christ's name we pray, amen. Amen. Before I bring on Brother Littlejohn, I want to kind of go over and review the purpose of this movement, what the movement is about, and the vision that God and God alone gave me. It's certainly inspired by our ancestors in Tulsa, but this vision, this movement is about establishing Black Wall Street districts globally. Wherever we can set up a district, that's what we want to do. That's our mission. So I encourage you, those of you who are listening, to visit blackwallstreet.org/mission. Go to our homepage and type in mission in the search field, and you can pull up our 8-step mission. And speaking of the 8-step mission, the first step is the right spirit, and there are 7 components to the right spirit. You got the spirit of the Lord, the Adonai, the lordship of God. And then you have the spirit of wisdom, spirit of understanding, spirit of counsel, spirit of knowledge, spirit of the fear of God. And we think spirit of power, then spirit of knowledge and the fear of God. And those are the 7 spiritual foundations of this movement. Carnality, worldly mindedness, fleshliness, that has no place in this kingdom building effort. And we are tried every day when people want to impose their fleshly and worldly mindedness on this movement, and that's not what this is. The second step of our mission is recognizing a district in your community. It's important that wherever the Spirit leads you, where the most need is economically, socially, spiritually, not necessarily religious, but spiritual edification is what heals a community. So recognizing a district is number 2. Number 3, measurable objectives. You measure out what your objectives are on all spheres of life, whether it's health, children's issues, economics, education, technology. You measure out the objectives of establishing a district in that corridor, in that cluster of blocks. And then once you measured out your objective, you take your time and evaluate. That's 4. Evaluate your plan going forward. Because if you don't have true and deep evaluation, which requires meditation, it's destined to fail. So you want to evaluate. And then you do a capacity analysis. What are you working with to establish a district? So you look at the finances, the human resources, and other resources that are available to make it viable. And so, for example, Black Wall Street, Chicago, East 75th Street is a Black Wall Street district. You could Google it. They did this. Baltimore, Black on 25th Street, Black Wall Street, Baltimore. Black Wall, way on the other side of the country, Black Wall Street, Sacramento, Florin Road District. They're doing it right now. These are places that you can actually go and see the people, see our people working together. The new Black Wall Street is Stonecrest, Georgia, or the Black Wall Street, Augusta, Georgia. These are places that you can literally go to. Mountain Bayou, Mississippi, Clinton, Mississippi. These are places that you can see how collective work and working together is important. And so capacity, analyze your capacity. The next step, number 6, is feasibility study. Is it feasible to move forward? So after you've done all of the legwork and doing the development of Black Wall Street, Oakland, back in the late 90s, I had to really see if it was feasible to move forward with the plan, even with the onslaught of the changing population that was once mostly black people, and then it began to, our brown sisters and brothers came in, and they supported us, we supported them. So feasibility study is very important. Step 7 is legislation, proclamations, resolutions, things that the state legislatures and county boards or commissions and city council can recognize the area that you selected. And then finally, the Black Wall Street proposal. That is indeed the most sound part of this. Is literally the foundation, because it involves the leaders of any developing district to write a 100-year plan, a 200-year plan, a 300-year and beyond plan. So it is not just about us here right now, but generations that we'll never meet. So as I share with the family, Global Black Wall Street family, we are the future generation of Lula Williams, Emma Gurley, Dr. A.C. Jackson, Brother Buck Colbert Franklin, the lawyer, Bishop Otis Clark, Leslie Randall, and Lula Williams, and Viola Floyd Fletcher. We are their future generation. They sacrificed and did for us so that we could be here today. And what better blueprint than to do and carry on the torch? So that is the 8-step process. I asked everybody to study that. If you don't know what to tell people we do, that's what you tell them. Not what you may think we do, because we got a lot of people in Black Wall Street. They come, they do that, and they think it's about them and what they're doing. And then they think that's the mission of Black Wall Street, but they never read the mission. So they don't know what to tell people, and leaders alike. So we're training leaders to, take an interest. Salvation requires that we take an interest in God, not He take an interest in us. He did His part when He blew the breath of life in us. If that's not taking interest in somebody, I don't know what is. But we need to take an interest in Him to receive salvation. So it is the same here. We need to take an interest in the history of Greenwood, take an interest in our mission, and let that be what we carry forward and leave in terms of a legacy. So we're all working on our own legacy. We do not have one. We're working on a legacy. Legacies are just what they are. They last well long after our physical life, and that is a true legacy. So With that said, keep in mind we have so much going on in the movement. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow our national Facebook page, blackwallstreet.org. We're on Twitter. We've got the Trail of Tears coming up. We got Black Wall Street Australia. I mean, we have so much going on in the Black Wall Street family. My Deputy Chief of Staff, Brother Marshawn Kinsey, right now is in Burkina Faso with those brothers and sisters as we speak. So proud of him. He's doing a magnificent job. And pray for our Deputy Chief of Staff, Sister Ethel Kane, as she's recovering, and so much more that we are doing. We want to really acknowledge State Director Rahima Rahim of Black Wall Street, Oklahoma, for spearheading the Trail of Tears. Awesome story. You want more information, go to blackwallstreet.org/Trail of Tears. We also had a slavery project, blackwallstreet.org/slavery project. Please check it out. You need to read that state by state. We got the Underground Railroad. We got the Fugitive Act of 1850. We got so much information, the 13th Amendment, all of these things that played a role in black people making America what it is. And we have to remember that. Everybody in America benefited from the black struggle. Everybody. Every race, every gender, every religion. I don't care what they say. Immigrants coming in from Europe, they were only able to come here because our people fought for civil rights, voting rights, and housing rights. That was not white folk. That was our people. And who better to make a country better than the oldest children of humanity? And so we got go to blackwallstreet.org/events. And also, if you're listening, we encourage you to sign up for MemTrac, blackwallstreet.org. Just go to blackwallstreet.org. You'll see it. And it's an awesome platform powered by AI. Our tech team has done a great job. And we encourage you to sign up as Brother Littlejohn has and his lovely wife, Sister Mary. But, yeah, you need that. You need to be in MemTrac. MemTrac is a platform that connects. It shows you innovation and solutions. And in order for anybody to heal, you got to connect with somebody to know what they're doing. And normally when a doctor's been around a long time, he's made some innovations. And innovations bring about solutions. So connectivity, innovation, and solutions. And so with that said, I am going to decrease and turn it over to Brother Quentin Littlejohn. He is the CEO of John Quentin LLC. He is the State Vice Director for Black Wall Street, South Carolina. And you can check him out at blackwallstreet.org/South Carolina. And he is an amazing brother. And we're glad to have him serving right alongside Sister Cherie Blake, who's been the State Director for South Carolina for 4 years now. All right. So, Brother Lil John, it's in your hands, brother. We're going to turn it on over to you.
Hello, family. It's an honor and a privilege to be stepping into this part of history. We, the people of this land, carrying certain attributes, characteristics of this country. And it is a great carry, a great task. It's been the foundation of this country from day one. We have contributed more to this country than anybody. We have some innocent blood have been shed. We have shedded more innocent blood on this country than anybody. We've been mistreated in this country more than anybody. We have had to carry the burdens in this country more than anybody. We have built more in this country than anybody. Must I say more and go on about what we and how we have contributed? I say not. But I want to just thank God for the Black Wall Street family. Thanking you for your listening ears. Thank you for joining us tonight. And it is an honor and a privilege for me to give unto y'all. I want to be a part of the vision of Black Wall Street. It is not the vision of Quentin Littlejohn. I seen a vision a long time ago when I started on my education phase of life. Started way back in when I was very young. I had to look really look in myself, and it compelled me of what I was seeing inside myself. What it was, I was at an early age. And just to give you a brief history, at an early age, I had injuries, certain injuries. Well, my mom, I bet she said, this boy gonna live, gonna be able to make it or what? Every year, every 6 months, I having a major injury. One my leg, it was my arm, then it was my eye, then it was the eye again, then it was the leg again. So then in about 4 years, I ended up almost being one that couldn't play like the other kids played. I couldn't play football, although I was pretty good football player. But I was hampered. I come to the point to where I had to look at other things, ways to grow up. So I always grew up looking at what I could do. And so I started beginning to see things. I remember the Martin Luther King, when he was speaking to us back in those days. And I never will forget one of the remarks that I never would that made an impact on my life and is still living in me to this day. Martin Luther King told us, dream the impossible dream. Dream the impossible dream. He said that if you shoot for the sun, you'll land in the stars. And I tell you, I started to dream the impossible dream at that time. I was always just looking at ideas, other ways, had to entertain myself. I couldn't be a football player, couldn't be a basketball player. I was messed up, leg was messed up, injury. But that forced me to build my characteristics in something else other than something physical. So it made me the person I am today. So I started to dream. I'm not going to tell you all the dreams that I had, but I was a dreamer. And I still am a dreamer. We sang the whole old Negroes that we shall overcome someday. Martin Luther King sung it. We sung it in the droves and the millions and millions. We shall overcome one day. And I'm telling you, America, we are going to overcome. This is the generation of overcomeness. And the spirit of Black Wall Street is a people that was striving and doing a great work here. And just like they did then, we got all the sources that we need in our access to do a great work this day. That's a generation coming forth. That's a generation coming forth after us. My grandkids and my great-grandkids and my great-grandkids' grandkids will have a better means to accomplish and live in this great land called America. There's a political statement being made today saying, make America great again. I say, Let's make America greater than it ever been. Make it greater than it ever been. It has never been great. Like it's of righteousness, it has never been allowed to. But I'm going to say that we got all the tools and utensils. We got all the dreamers. We got the youth. They just need to be encouraged in a certain way. They just need to be led. They say if you bring up a child in the way it goes, if you lead them, they'll go that way. So that bring me to this point. We got the Black Wall Street, the spirit of Black Wall Street. Just like they did in Tulsa. They had took and worked hard and came together and worked together as one unit and did what had to be done. They put together banks, put together furniture stores, put together food sources, grocery stores, entertainment parks, put together schools, and not just in Tulsa, but all over this country. And so I'll say that why not what they did then, that's the spirit of Wall Street. And the same thing that they did then we can do now. Except we can do it better. They can only keep us down a certain period of time. So long. And this earth is about to reset itself. The last is about to be first. And I'll say we need to unite. That is the spirit of Wall Street. We need to unite. That's the spirit of us all. We need to unite. That's the spirit of Martin Luther King. We need to unite. That's the spirit of progress. We need to reunite. That's the spirit of overcomeness. We need to reunite. That is the spirit of America that I know. All I ever know was someone saying, unless we shall overcome, we shall work together, and go and be what we could be. We read a Bible called, come out of the King James Version of the Bible, where it said that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And we're going to set God have set me up, y'all. I'm set up now. I've been believing in that book. And now we have come into some things. Let me calm down here. I got another point that I want to make. That was my introduction, you all. I believe in this land called America. My mother and father was raised in this land, and I've seen my mother work tremendously. My father worked tremendously. I'm gonna say something for y'all. I'm just giving you a little morsel. I got some more to give you in the future that you're gonna say, wow. Even myself, I have to say wow. But I want to get to more like the subject matter that got us here to this point. But I want to, in my conclusion, I want to expound on a project that I'm involved with. I've been doing developing educational programs for the last, they say 6 decades. I say they make me seem old. I didn't know I was that old. Ever since the 1970s, late 70s, I started developing things for youth to do. Youth, and I was just a youth myself. Developing music. I used to build drums and build guitar. This is a little bit here now, y'all. Let me have my way. I used to build these instruments, and there's so much music in my neighborhood of good music. Not nothing like this music they're doing today, y'all. I ain't with all of that. That's a little bit. Maybe that's the generation after me. That can be entertainment to them. But okay, so I've been on this journey of developing music and instruments, and then I graduated from that and started looking at, because I couldn't have everybody, and I could say, man, you can't ride and pick everybody up. So it comes to dawn on me, why don't you rent you a building, remodel and bring people there? So I did that. And I did another one. I did one. The first one was, I called it the New Generation Music and Art Academy. Then I did another one called the Music Lab. Man, we had that. Now that one really took off. We had about 70 students. We had 70 students a week coming. And I was really encouraged. I said, wait a minute, this right here can really go somewhere. So then the next one, but I couldn't get a lease. The people wouldn't sign a lease with me. They give me 6 months at a time is all the lease they would. And then they mess around and sold the place out money. And I say, my God. I ain't gonna tell you why. We all got idea of why. But I'm trying to just give you a format that you might hear my name mentioned again, Quentin Littlejohn. I started an LLC called John Quentin Enterprise, LLC. And that's why I got the notion of the latest project that I'm working on. I had the grand order of one of the historical black high schools here in Gaffney, South Carolina. You can look it up. It's on record. And I'm still a part of that project. I had a group to come in, and we did pretty good. And they are thriving to make it all that it should be. And now we got another project that came up. There's a university. For whatever reason, they shut their doors on last May, April, May, was their last month of school of 2025. And so that facility become available. It is a beautiful place. I've walked that place. I used to go visit that place 25, 30, 40 years ago. I used to go visit. And it was a beautiful place then. It's still a beautiful place. Well kept. And I am inspired. It is a very large facility. It's a student campus that was almost housing 2,000 students. I think it was about 1,700, the capabilities of it was. It got dormitories. It has all the accolades of a campus dealing from everything from housing to the different, it's got beautiful cafeteria. It has beautiful science building. It has a beautiful music hall. It got 2 music halls. Got 2 libraries. Got a state-of-the-art library. And it have all the commodities that a university needs. And that building have come available. And so I'm a dreamer. Everything I look at, I dream. So I dreamed the dream of Limestone College being a facility that I could spearhead, that I could push forward a people, and we could earn the money, that we could establish the money, that we could raise the money, whatever it takes to buy it. I think it'll be one of the greatest things that could happen to the Gaffney, South Carolina, everything to South Carolina, period, to the United States. I see it being a place with access of all the attributes that need to be in the black community. Yeah, I'm talking blackness. I see the spirit of Wall Street right here in Gaffney. I see the spirit of Wall Street just like I saw it in my mom and father working hard, and as all the movies that I looked and seen the African American community thriving, to do good, I see it right there at Limestone, you all. I think it could be an amazing place. I said the core of it should be the main thing that the promise that was made to us by the United States of America. The Constitution said that all men are created equal, and that we do deserve to have our part of this country. That they never gave us. The restoration should have been given to the black community, but instead they went back on everything they had to say. And we have no idea what this country could be. They talk about making America greater, make America greater than it's ever been. And that's what we need to do. And Lion Song, I feel like the core of Lion Song will be the law here in America, law here in South Carolina, the restoration we should be fighting through our school system should be standing on restoration. Our colleges should be standing on what is the payout that should have been done. Where is the promise that made in America? Where is where is the fees that should have been given to America, so it could thrive like it never did before? It could be developing cars and planes. We did all of that. We had before there was T-Model, there was another company. Somebody help me about what's the name of that company was that was making them cars. But they stole the patent from him like it never existed. You could start naming, if you go in the books, archives about what the contribution that of black men and black women and black companies did into America, you might be surprised. Everything was made in this country was made, 90% of it was made by the black community. But it was stolen and taken and manipulated. We're going to get back to that. We're going to get back. So the spiritual, the trail of tears, the walk of tears, all of those. I'm looking forward to being a part of that also as well. So I hope I want to bring it to a close now. That everything that we need is right here. We're going to have houses that we didn't build, campuses that we didn't build. We built everything else, but we ought to be able to get something back. They took all the rest of it, but it's finna reset. This country's finna reset itself. They can't help. They undid all they can do. A lie can only go but so far. A thief can only go so far. And then the one that developed this country going to have to start back developing again. And I think that's we're coming down to that point. So Limestone University is available. And that's here in Gaffney, South Carolina. And I am at the negotiating table. I think there's one more, and they're trying to partner with us then also. We'll see how it goes. I'm not voting nothing out, because this is the spirit of Wall Street. Every people that come to this country, they made it off the black movement. If they was able to had an avenue to work, it was because it was grafted off the black movement. If they was able to get loans in government projects, it was that blacks off the black movement. That was supposed to have been contracts that supposed to have been given to black contractors. That some of them is 40 and 50 years old, and they still ain't gave them to them. And the person that's in the political arena now, they still writing off contracts they're supposed to have been doing to the African American community. They wouldn't let us have it, but they won't be long. There ain't nobody to stop us. So let's have the spirit of Wall Street, and let's come together. Investors out there, reach out to us. Let's come together and do this limestone. Not so much for me. I ain't doing it for me. I'm doing it for us. We the people. The Constitution said We the people, all men are created equal. And we should all have a chance to work at the table. They don't give us a table, we have to criminalize our own table. And I think with the limestone is a great platform. I think we should have that law school be there. It could defend anything that need to be said and done in the black community. We're going to have law students, law professors, law doctors, and coming from all over the country and all over the world to stand on the governing. And it started, the Confederacy started right here in South Carolina. So why not go for it? So I just want to thank y'all for, I always wanted to say that. And what a greater platform than that's the spirit of Black Wall Street. So I want to let that be my closing now. I just thank God for y'all, for your patience, your listening ears. And Black Wall Street, for us to come together and buy this limestone campus project will be an honor and a privilege to all of Black America and all the blacks in every continent on the planet Earth. We ain't forgot about you. We do America, we'll be headed there. So, Dr. Carter?
Yes, sir. Brother, that's a good introduction for you to the Black Wall Street family, and a lot of people are going to hear this. We're going to make sure we get it out there in the YouTube and the Facebook and on the website. And so now, give us like a bullet point vision of what you see at Limestone, the law school, arts. Kind of give us your vision.
The vision is, what Limestone College is, number one, our core will be the law. The core at Limestone College, the core is the law of the land, the constitutional law where every man is created equal. And we're going to have the law, we're going to have the core of studying law. We're not so much worried about the criminal law, although we'll study that too. But our core will be the constitutional law of what governs the laws of the land, and about those things that have not, that the African American community have not been privileged to. All those laws that they bypassed us on, that's why they owed us this, and owed us restitution, owed us land. There should be a number put on that. We're going to put a number on that, and we're going to sort out there's got to be a reckoning in America with the African American community. And there's got to be a number in this school, the Little John School of Law, will take upon itself the core principles of what it's going to take for that law to be put in place and executed, and will be defended by a law school. We won't worry about, and we're going to have sports. We're going to have football team. We got a beautiful stadium out there. Got a auditorium, music and arts. Looking forward to the music and arts. Gonna have a basketball team. Got an awesome gymnasium. We got a tennis court. We're gonna have tennis there, and we're gonna also have the liberal arts where you could be a school teacher, where you could work business law. And there is, and this spirit of Wall Street is building you all. Let's come on one accord, like they did in the upper room. Let's come on one accord, because there is much. If we come together, there's 65 million African Americans in this country. If we could get if we could come together on one accord and start focusing on the things that would be good for us. That's what Wall Street about. And so then this school would be the defendant of that. We will have a defendant. We would have a whole university of law. And we'll be dealing with some criminal law. We'll be dealing with whatever other laws out there. But our core will be fighting for reparation proclamation. That reparation must have got to pay up. We owe that is due.
Right. Now tell us, Brother Lil John, what's on the property now? Like you mentioned the main hall and other things, but give us like some details so that the people will know.
That place, it has some very, it have all the components that a university have. This place was, in less than 1 year ago, 6 months ago, this place was at full stride. They have the dormitories. I went to all them dormitories. They got the dormitories of men, of the women dormitories. They've got a percent. I think it holds about it housed right at about 1,100, 1,200. Then they got some conjoining properties around there that's affiliated there. Then it have an auditorium that seats right at 1,000 student people. It got a gymnasium that's have the seating that seats about. I think that gym about 700 to 1,000 students. They was the 1,000 is what seemed like to be the number that they was for a city this big was what they was expounding on. Then it has a swimming pool. It have a swimming building there where it's got a Olympic-sized swimming pool with all the commodities of dressing rooms and showers room and all of those attributes. Then it has a science building. Wow, it is a beautiful science building. It is roughly probably around 10,000 square feet in that science building. Then it's got a technology building. All these are different facilities at the core of the school. These big buildings, they got the main at College Drive. Then it comes down through College Drive on each side. There's 4 big, large buildings on each side, dealing from everywhere from the library to the science building to the technology room to the building. None of them is just rooms. They are building 2 and 3 stories.
Wow.
And they have a lot of, it was a university, about 1,700 students was there at the full capacity. And then they just built 3 new buildings there. They got a library. On the top floor of this one building, they got a library. They had a very modern library that's only 2 years old. And it has then on the bottom floor, it has a cafeteria. Then on the second floor, it has a Starbucks restaurant. It had a Starbucks restaurant in there. Then it had a fellowship hall where students could come and do homework. It had the state-of-the-art computers and Wi-Fi. It had everything to it. That is the newest building. That is probably one of the most impressive buildings as far as on modern features it have. But it has another building on there that was really amazing. I see it being the law hall. The law hall building. It is a 4-story, it's a 3-story building with a 4th story that have not been completed.
Yeah.
And it's 4-story, and it have antique artifacts in there. Like, wow, you would have to see it.
Well, Brother Little
And
John, we coming to the close, but I wanted to just take a moment to let the family know how our team here in the administration office has helped and stepped up. And I encourage others to do the same with regards to this project. And I just want to acknowledge Todd Hillard, Paula Chan, Ursula Henderson, and I'm forgetting one more. Brother Nobles, I believe it was Brother Nobles helped out with preparing the documentation that you need to move this forward. And they were very excited to even be a part of something that's so historic, because this was an old white college. This was not a black college, and it's rare that this ends up giving a black man an opportunity to acquire such a property. So I just want to acknowledge them as well, and Sister Mary Archer, who is now your wife. She's the state vice administrator for Black Wall Street, South Carolina. And so we're happy that we were able to do what we can so far. Brother Marshawn Kinsey, my Deputy Chief of Staff for Global Affairs, and so many others. And so we will be on this call, and this is for everybody, next week at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Same call-in number. Look out for your email, and you will hear Brother Little John, and prayerfully he'll have some people that are local on with him next week. But we will be right back here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I hope and pray that when you hear this that you will certainly participate and step up, because this is major. This is major. Well, Brother Little John, we do have people on, but because we're so close to closing, I'm going to ask them to join us next week, and, if they have questions. But amazing job, brother. Amazing job. And we're so happy to have you on the South Carolina State Council.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. It's an honor and privilege is mine. I am humbled to be with the spirit of Wall Street, and we all can contribute. Every little, there is no little. There's always a part that you can play. To everyone out there, there's always some part that you can play, and very important. I want to thank the ones that doing all of the work behind the scenes that you never get a chance to say much, but your work is recognized. As without you all working behind the scene and putting the documents and stuff together, I don't know where I would be. I would be out here with just a vision. So thank you all so very much.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're gonna close out. Go to blackwallstreet.org/Zoom to find out for the remaining part of the week, our Zoom calls. I know we have tonight, actually right now soon is the Southeast Regional call. Pray for our Southeast Regional Administrator, Sister Cheryl Lovelace, who was hospitalized. So many in the movement. I may as well not start calling names, but she's one committed regional leader in the Black Wall Street movement under the leadership of Southeast Regional Director, Brother Anthony Williams. And so we want to send out prayers to them, and keep my Deputy Chief of Staff for U.S. States, Ethel Kane from Mississippi, in your prayers, and the State Director for South Carolina, and the State Director, Sister Augusta Turner, for Black Wall Street, Louisiana. Keep them in your prayers. So we're going to go ahead and close, and we thank you guys for being a part, and we'll see you next week. God bless you all.
All right. Thank you very much.
Get your Black Wall Street t-shirts today. makes a great holiday gift. Represent our history with pride and homage. Wearing these t-shirts are for those who know and don't know about the atrocities that took place in Tulsa on May 31st and June 1st of 1921. This is a great way to honor our ancestors and Black pioneers. All t-shirts are produced and designed by Black-owned firms. Just click the link now and start shopping.